Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss my recent trade in Inox Green Energy. So this was 18-hour trade for me and I was able to manage its 50% move. So I'm going to discuss how I entered and my trade management tactics. So let's start. So this is the weekly chart of Inox Green Energy, and as you can see, as soon as the market got bottomed out in March 2023, this stock also got bottomed out and started rallying upward. So, so from April till August, this stock rallied 97% and started making its base formation after this rally. Previously, when the stock got listed, it went down till 40% somewhat, and this created some overhead supply. That's why, as you see here, stock is rallying with a small candles, but as soon as the stock got near 52-week high zone, it started rallying very strongly with a very high pocket pivot volumes. So after making this strong 96, almost 100% up move, stock was at all-time high. It came in my watch list, and then it undergoes the base formation. As stock started making a base formation, I was watching it closely, and I was waiting for the next leg to unfold where I can buy, and I was waiting for a pivot formation where actually I can enter with a lower risk. So let's look at the daily chart now. Here is the daily chart of Inox Green, and as you can see, as we can draw such a trend line here where maximum points can get connected. So if you look at the base, the depth of the base was not so deep. It's just 19%, and the length of the base was something around 17 weeks or so. It was more than 2-3 months of base. Stock resisted to this trend line. This is the first time it got up. Then here one, then here second time, and here third time. Breakout got failed, but on this day, on 4th December, it made really strong appealing up move of nearly 6% with the pocket pivot volumes. And after that, I was expecting some 2-3 inside bar or tight days so that I can buy with a tight stop loss and can do a good position sizing. But the demand was so high that it broke out immediately. Before that, I want to tell you the conviction behind the stock. There are some very important points which made me to stay in the stock for good run. The very first point was a sector tailwind. The stock belongs to energy sector, and as the name says, Inox Green Energy. And as you know, that recently energy or power sector was the hot sector. Many stocks from this sector broke out, such as KPI Green, Irida, JSW Energy, etc. Previously, I traded KPI Green also, which gave 40% returns in 4-5 days. Along with that, the stock was in really good uptrend and the strong base of 17 weeks. Stock made an alert on Monday, 4th December, when it was up 6%, 6% on a pocket pivot volumes. But it was not a base breakout, and I was expecting some tight days so that I can enter the stock with tight stop loss and can do a good position sizing. But the demand in the stock was so high that it broke out on the very next day, and as soon as it broke out, I made entry here in the morning itself, and I entered at 74.50 and with a stop loss of days low, which was 2% something. Now let's see the bar by bar replay so you can understand with a better clarity. So as I said, I entered on this day, and on the first day itself the stock got closed 11.2% and I trailed my stop loss to break even. So on the first day itself my trade becomes a risk free. That was very good sign. As you can see, the breakout volumes was very huge. It was the highest volume since listed, so this made a strong conviction to stay in the trade. And as per my deep dive study in the swing trading, I saw that the this kind of a strong long basis can give you a 20 to 30% of moves. I was not in a hurry to take my profits off the table. On the next 2-3 days, stock didn't made some strong moves, but it was staying very strong near the highs of the first candle. After 3 days of tight move, stock again blasted to new highs, and it gave 7% move. Till now the stock was up 20%, and in that case mostly I sell something, but as at the day end I saw the stock is closing in the upper half. So mostly I have seen when the stock closes with such bullishness, it generally got a gap, it generally opened gap up, and the general market was also good. So I was expecting some gap up opening, and there I will sell some partially. That was my initial plan. So let's see what happened next day. See, as you can see, the stock opened gapped up, and it started rallying immediately without making any lower wick. You can see here there are no lower wicks. So as soon as it got opened up and started rallying, I sold my 1/4 quantity at 91.95. That is something when the stock was up 23%. I wanted to sell more, but looking at the strength of the candle, now I got to know that the stock may rally more, so I sold just 1/4 and was waiting for the new highs. Then as soon as the stock reached 30%, I sold another 1/4 quantity here. So totally I sold a half quantity, half of my original quantity till 30%, and the rest was trailed by the low of the day stop loss. After this strong candle, I already trailed my SL to this swings low, and then when I got this strong candle, I made the stop loss to low of the day. Here till now the stock was up 41%, and I was at a very good profit, and I was still holding half of my quantities. Again, looking at the closing of the candle, I was expecting some good opening, but the stock might get fed up quickly. So I was planning to sell more on the opening, and throughout and will look throughout the day how it was acting, because it was already got stretched up very quickly. So let's see what happened on the next day. Again, stock opened gapped up, as you can see, and it was 44% on opening. So as soon as it opened gapped up, I sold 1/8 quantity here. Stock rallied to some extent and then started falling again. So I exited again 1/8 quantity here on 105. 105.95. Till now I have sold 75% of my quantity, and last chunk of quantity I was holding on to it. Stock made a high of 112.40 something, and it was 50% up move, and last chunk I was holding with this low of the day as my trailing stop loss. So let's see what happened on the next day. And I have decided if the low of the day got broken, so I will exit my last chunk. Let's see what happened on the last day. See, stock again opened good. Immediately it got sold off. As soon as it hit the trailing stop loss, I sold my last chunk at 104. That is how I was able to capture the 50% move in this stock. In total, it was 18-hour trade for me, which made 6% impact on my portfolio. Actually, I wanted to make a good position size, but when stock gets rallied immediately from your breakouts, you cannot pyramid immediately, as average cost becomes very high. If the stock stayed here and rallied slower, so then I would have added more quantity and build up my position size. But as the stock blasted off immediately, I was not able to add up more. So this was all in scale out kind of trade. The point here I want to make is that one cannot catch exact tops and bottoms. You have to make your process such that you will grab maximum possible part of it and compound that gains over the period of time. So this is all for today. If you have any questions regarding this trade or swing trading, do let me know in the comment sections, or you can DM me on Twitter as well. If you like this video, make sure to hit like button and subscribe. Also, I write about swing trading on Substack, so there is a link in the Twitter bio. You can subscribe to it. Thank you for watching.